I don't know if you saw because it just happened, but Nico Dawes was recalled.
Ooh. Well, it makes sense because they need to have a decent backup
Yeah.
while Allen's out. So, okay,
Well, because
I'll take
yeah,
it.
the transaction was Poulter got sent back down and Dawes got pulled up.
I think it makes sense.
It makes sense. I'm like a little concerned because they had like a pretty good goalie tandem going.
Yeah, I was gonna say also it makes you nervous, like not that Dawes hasn't played in the NHL and like done well, I guess, but yeah, like when you disrupt a good tandem like that, you have no idea what is going to happen or how much one is going to be played over the other, especially when it's a call up.
Yeah,
So it should be interesting. But I think
we'll see.
I don't want to say the better option, but I feel like give him a chance at least this season, see how he does. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just an update on the Devils. Which like I don't know. I want to talk about them a little bit today because I feel like they're gonna have an interesting run. Um,
I love how we bring this up, and then in the first episode we're like, yeah, we're both Rangers fans, like primarily, and then everything else, and then we're like, actually, how many times have we talked about the Devils and we're in episode 3?
a lot. Well,
Yeah, it's
okay.
okay. They deserve it.
Okay. First off, welcome back to Read Between the Blue Lines. I'm Mackenzie. That's Bree.
Yes.
Um, Here's the thing. The Devils are giving us storylines this season. I was talking to my cousin and I was like, the NHL just feels boring right now.
Ooh, that's a hot take. But
Like
also, I think I agree.
like if you're not the Winnipeg Jets or the New
And you're
Jersey
not,
Devils,
yeah.
I feel
Like, what
like
are you doing?
yeah. Because
I think
even
it's also, go ahead.
like the Capitals are second in the league right now. The Wild is third, which is also crazy.
Yeah.
And like the Knights are kind of used to being on top, but like
There's nothing like, there's no underdog or like super insane. Like, I guess the only like surprise would be the Preds, who are not in the good kind of surprise. They are bottom of the league kind of surprise.
no, I actually want to pull it up. Hold on.
I think last night I checked, they were below Chicago because Chicago won. Unless it changed.
Points. No. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
by like
they,
win percentage, I think, or
no, they
regulation
have
wins,
the
whatever it is.
same. Yeah. So they both have 22
That's
points. They
so.
both have a 35.5 win percentage.
Oh, so they're literally
And
just tied in every way.
it's because Chicago has one more regulation win than the
No!
Predators. So the Predators are
Oh my
32nd
God.
right now.
Yeah.
But no, I was
Um,
looking at like just the league in general. And like I don't know, I watched a lot of hockey last season. Like I was watching like I would say like 10 to 20 games a week,
okay, valid.
which like
Makes
everyone's
sense.
like I'm like that's a lot for like a normal person to watch who doesn't like work in the sport.
I was gonna say you say that, but I also feel like before I worked in the sport, I was doing that anyway. But
But like think of
and
like
we're
the
also not
average
normal.
person.
Yeah, I would say we're not normal hockey fans. So like
Yeah.
the normal fan is probably just watching their team or whatever the big game is on like ESPN, and it's like, okay,
Or like whenever they're free,
that's
they're like,
it.
"Oh, I'll pop this on."
Yeah, like I'll put this on. We are not
No,
those people.
but like the game feels boring this season. There are no storylines like that are super intriguing. There's
Mm,
no one who's on an absolute tear. Like, had Cole Caulfield kept up his pace from like the first 5 games of the season, I think he'd be a story right now. But he had a
yeah,
plateau and he slowed down, and McDavid is slowing down, and Matthews was hurt, and like,
you're right. Like all the superstars like aren't
yeah.
superstarring right now.
And like the only like story right now is like Jack Hughes is actually doing his job
Yeah,
properly. Like
but
he's
also
actually
like
having a good season, which is
yeah,
what's
we say
expected of
that when
him.
yeah, but we say that after he came off of like multiple injuries last season, so he wasn't playing very well,
Yeah.
obviously. So it's kind of like back to normal for
Yes,
him.
but
Like we're
it's
like, oh yeah, that's what he's supposed to be doing. But yeah, there isn't any like nobody is like shocking anyone by doing
no,
anything
and
out of the ordinary.
the games are kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like And listen,
I
I
also
was,
think there's a part of this too that I'm gonna say after you talk, but I agree and I feel like I have a like interjection to it. But go
yeah,
ahead.
no, absolutely. The Islanders, like, you know how I feel watching, like, listen,
Yeah.
grew
I
up
think
going to
everyone
Islanders games. I do hold a special place in my heart for that team. They're boring right now. They are so
everyone
boring. And
I
that is
think
how the league feels. It feels like watching the Islanders. And you and I said the other day, why are we actually having fun rooting for the Devils? Because
yes,
it like
we
currently at
completely
this
settled
exact
this.
moment, it's more fun to be a Devils fan,
Yeah.
or at least like root for them 90% of the time, than to be any other fan. Like even like Boston is struggling so hard right
Mm-hmm.
now. The Canes are okay, but they're still not doing
No, I don't think
amazingly. The Panthers are flopping a little bit. Like, what
yeah,
is
I
happening?
don't think there's a team that like I feel like every team I'm trying to think even in the West because like I know the Avs went through a rut like there has not every team I think minus the Devils have gone through like a little bit of a losing streak or struggled with something and like players were out blah blah whatever and I feel like the Devils just haven't and they've just kind of been rolling since the start of the season ish but like not as bad
They
as like
had
other teams that have gone through like your five
no,
game
they
losing streak.
no, the Devils definitely had a losing streak
Yeah, but I'm saying
because I
not
was
like
at all of the games
no I
and
know
everyone was like,
but
it's your fault.
actually it's not. I just feel like it hasn't either been as noticeable or it's just they're just kind of moving through it and it's like, okay, there they go. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't
hold
know.
on. Hold on.
What?
Oh,
What is this a face? What's happening?
oh, the Rangers are currently below the Senators, the Flyers, and the
Yeah.
Kraken.
The Sens can we hold on, pause for this. The Senators as of today are in a playoff spot. I wish I knew the last time they were in a playoff spot, but it has been a very, very long time. I actually have to look it up. But
They're yeah,
and
they're
they're
currently
wild
the
card.
wild card too.
Yeah. But how crazy is that? Like, also, yes, the Rangers are below all of them, which we hate that. But
Can I just a
the
Capitals,
Sens
Devils,
being in the playoffs,
Hurricanes?
I know the top of the Metro.
Oh, what the
I
hell
love how
is
the
happening?
funniest thing is like when we talk about stuff at the end of the season or like beginning of the season when we're like the Caps are like never they're not gonna have a good season, they're bad. And then like they've literally been the first in the Metro for a decent amount of time. It's wild.
I can't do this.
And they
What
haven't
were
had
you gonna
Ovi
say?
for like weeks. Oh, I was gonna say going back.
I'm gonna cry.
Um Yeah, we're not gonna think about that right now. We're gonna come back.
Okay.
Um, I think we were talking about it at work not so long ago, but the goaltending this season has like been the collective lowest save percentage of like I forget the time frame, but it's been really bad, like league wide. And I don't want to say that also plays into like how boring it is, but sometimes when you have like those blowout games where you have like 8-1, sometimes, especially if it's your team or if it's a game you're watching, those are not exactly the most fun to watch on TV because there's like I don't want to say there's nothing happening, but like the actual goals being scored aren't as exciting as like them trying not to like play defense and not score. So I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting like you think the games are boring or not a lot is happening, but like also goaltending is really bad. And like you also have your star goaltenders who aren't really living up to their name across the league too. So
Yeah.
it is very all of it is just very interesting. Like I don't
Well,
know.
I'm looking at it right now, and the highest and lowest goal differentials, the Montreal Canadiens are at a minus 31.
Yeah.
So they have 82 goals for and 113 goals against. And then if we're looking at the positive, it's the Jets at plus 36. They have 117 goals for and 81 goals against. But even if we're looking at goals against, the least amount of goals against is the Dallas Stars at 74.
Yeah.
So like Otter being on top right now is such an like he's a good goalie, don't get me wrong. But like I'm okay, so like we're looking at like the Rangers who,
Yes.
highest goaltender contract
Igor's
ever.
contract. We have many feelings since that has happened, but
They have 91 goals against, and the problem is I can't see what number they actually are, and I don't want to count one, two.
Usually there's a way to, well, I don't know if you're doing it on the phone or the computer. Usually there's a way to
14th.
sort it.
They're 14th in the league right now with the quote unquote best goalie in the league,
Yeah.
and they're 14th in goals
Mm.
against.
Um, I
Like,
also want to point out, you mentioned Boston. I think it's a little ironic
oh my
how
God.
Swayman held out all through training camp for a deal, gets that deal, and has like had, I don't know if it's the worst year of
Boston,
of his career, but it's not very good at all. So
Boston,
like
if I'm going goals against and sorting it like the other way, where if we're looking at like most to least,
I think they have a negative, a
one,
differential.
two, three. Okay, the Bruins are eighth if we're doing goal differential the other way for
So
goals
most goals.
against, and they have a minus 19. Um, they have
I also
101 goals against. I want to pull up
That's so
Swayman's
crazy.
stats. Hold on.
I don't know if that's part of you don't have Olmark there anymore, and like that obviously should be part of it, but it's like I don't love when that stuff happens, but I think it's so ironic when players are like, I deserve this amount of money, and like you get that amount of money, and it does not correlate to their play at all.
But he's not
And I
even really
think he's
being
like the perfect example of that this year.
okay. So Swayman for his career, um, has a 2.46 goals against average and 91.4 save percentage.
Okay.
This season,
That
he
seems
has,
like average.
yeah, it
Considered
is
this way.
average. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's not
normal.
anything stellar.
No.
This season, he has a 3.16 goals against average and an 88.8 save percentage.
When
Um,
but like I also feel like the amount that have a below 900 save percentage of goaltenders this season is crazy. But also for him, I feel like it should not be. Those are not good numbers,
no, I'm
to
pulling it
say
up.
it lightly.
If we're looking at, okay, this is his worst season. So his first season,
Yeah,
he's
I
also
figured.
just like gone down a little bit. So his first season was a .94, then .91, .92, .91, and now .88.
Yeah,
His first season, he had 1.5 goals against average every game. And this season, he
which
has
isn't like that's
3.16.
insane. You cannot. I want to like you cannot maintain that for your entire career, but you can maintain it a little bit. So it's like 2 goals against. Like the average does not have to be that skewed.
I want to see. Hold on, because I want to see if I can correct you on can you keep up that idea.
I feel like you can't. I mean, depending on, I feel like there's a specific kind of goalie you have to be. Like, I don't even think you could look at not Shesterkin. Sorry, I'm
I'm looking
mixing
at
them up.
Jonathan Quick right now, actually,
Are you really? I was in my
because
head
he's been
thinking
in the league
Vasilevsky
since,
because,
yeah.
yeah, but like Vazzy's been one of those ones that's like always he's been there for a while, but he's been consistent. But all you got to do is
Yeah.
be consistent. Like you don't have to be like an amazing Vezina winner every year.
I'd like to, okay, hold on. I'm gonna skip a few years, but I'm gonna explain Quick right now.
Okay, go for it.
Quick's first season in 2007, 2008, he had 3.84 goals against and a .85 save percentage.
We love that. Also, I mean, for your first season, I don't say you get like a pass, but like it's a little bit like it's your
Yeah.
first season. Like you're not supposed to be great, I guess.
Second season, he had a 2.48 goals against average and a .914 save percentage.
That's about average.
Skipping forward to 2011, 2012, he had a 1.95 goals against average and a .929 save percentage.
This is like the incline. Do we see the incline happening here?
Yeah, so then he goes and averages about 2 to 2.4
Yeah.
for a few seasons. And then in 2018, 2019, he had 3.38 and a .88.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his like slump season. And then what year did the Kings win the cup?
2014? They won it twice, 2012 and 2014.
Okay.
Because that's why he's a three-time cup winner, because he
Yeah.
won it with Vegas. Yeah, so 12 and 14. I remember that because it
So,
alternates between them and the
but then,
Chicago ones.
so his last season with the Kings, sorry, he had 3.5 goals against and a .876 save percentage. He
Okay.
gets shipped off to the Knights He has a 3.13 goals against and a .901 save percentage. And then his first season with the Rangers, he comes in and gets a 2.62 goals against and a .911.
Yeah.
And
Also,
this
this is an
season,
argument. Go ahead.
he's at .915. So like,
But he's not our starter.
but he hasn't really like declined
No, and I
much.
also think like you can attest so much of that to be like, oh, maybe the Kings team when he left wasn't playing good defense. Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why his numbers are bad, but I don't know. It's like when the entire team is struggling and bad, it kind of comes down to the goalie the most, obviously. So I don't know. But
It
I feel
also
like every
like
time we watch Boston, I'm like, I feel so bad. I'm
it
like,
makes
Swayman
it
got all that money and he's not even doing what he should be.
it's so sad. I will say Igor's kept out at about the same he's always been. This is
Yeah.
his worst season so far. Um, and even being his worst season, it's still only a 3.08 goals against and a
Only.
.907 save percentage.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but like for his again, for his standards,
And if you want
considering
to be
like
the highest paid goalie,
I want to say in his Vezina year when he won it, he had like a 935 save percentage or
yeah,
something crazy like that. And
he
like
did.
again, you can't keep that up the entire time, but something similar to it, like should be a normal. But yeah. So I don't know if that plays into it, but the goaltending is like severely optional this year,
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't
crazy.
even NHL Edge, I love you, but sometimes
Oh yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with that
I just want
side
to
of the
see
site.
all of the goalies compared and it like will not let me.
We're gonna write a letter. Hold on, I'm gonna try it myself. Because I don't know if it actually does it let you do that anyway?
I don't know. Cause like, oh, if I just go on like the NHL website, just generally.
Yeah, that will just like go to the stats one. I don't think Edge will. Oh, they do have a goalie section, but I don't think it
They
lets you
do
look at
have a
them all.
goalie. They have a goalie section, but you have to like,
It's like individual. Yeah.
yeah, okay,
The if you go to like NHL that's the stats site, they'll put them all on
okay. Wins are
the
not a
list.
goalie stat. Stop making that the good default thing. There's going to be an entire
Also true.
episode on that, by the
Yeah, we'll
way.
get to that. But valid.
I'm looking at, okay, we're going save percentage. Stop it. What is happening?
We're struggling with this. I wish you could all see Mackenzie trying to use the
Oh, because
website.
these are all like AHL goalies who got pulled up.
The one game
Sorry.
ones.
Yeah. So it's like Marcus Högberg has like a
Yeah,
100 save percentage. I'm like, wait,
there's
huh?
a way you
How?
can filter those out, but yeah, the one when they play like one game, their stats are like amazing because they've only been in net for one time.
Okay. Active.
Our NHL regular goalies,
Yeah. I'm like,
no
how do
shade to
I?
our AHL ones, but
Okay. Apply filters. Jesus Christ. Högberg is still popping up. Okay. No, that's not what I
hold
wanted.
on.
Okay. Hold on. I can't.
This is what I do at work. I'm just gonna whip this out. What do you want? Like highest save percentage?
I want highest and then I want lowest.
Okay, I'm gonna put in like I'm gonna say like 20 games
So
played because I
good.
feel like that's enough. Okay, highest for goalies that have played 20 or more games this season. Connor Hellebuck, 926.
Yeah.
And lowest is Elvis Merzlikins, 887.
Okay. Oh yeah, the one
So,
who basically was like, I'm open for business and then no
yeah,
one
and then
wanted him.
I think, didn't Columbus try and trade him? And then he was like, yeah, never mind. Or nobody wanted him. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no
why
one
would you
wanted.
say that? Like, why would you do that?
But
Anyway, so yes.
it's so hard. And then also like if I'm looking at the Devils because they're having a good season,
I'm listening.
I'm looking, I'm trying to
Oh,
pull it up.
I was gonna say, I was trying to tell you where Markstrom was on that list.
Markstrom's at a 235 goals against and Allen's at a 274 and then they're at 908 and 904
Hmm.
respectively for save percentage, which like
Again, average.
908's
But
higher than Shesterkin right now.
yes, but like Devils just needed average goaltending. They didn't need like a stellar goaltender. They just needed some kind of goaltending,
Yeah.
and they got that. I also think I don't want to say it's like a temporary fix for them, but they're gonna have to figure out the same issue in like a couple years because like Markstrom is not gonna play forever as much as they would like him to probably. So yeah, they just needed the average goaltending, and it's fine. They figured that out. But yeah, like for them both to have a higher save percentage than Igor. But
No,
like also
Allen doesn't. Only
oh
Markstrom.
sorry. But still. Okay, so their starter still is higher than our starter. So I don't
I just
but good again, good for them. I
this
like
like this
let
isn't a
them have
hot
it.
take, but like the Devils winning the cup. Like I know that we said this in the first episode, but like the Devils winning the cup this year
Does
really
it
is
seem
not that far out of.
no. I think the only other time we talked about this, like in general, was 2 seasons ago when they made the playoffs again, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's possible. We could do it. Like it's gonna happen." They did lose second round to the Carolina Hurricanes, but if they
I
had that
think
chance again this year, it wouldn't go that same way, I don't think. So
I know the Rangers beat the Canes last season in the playoffs in the round two, but I feel
somehow,
like hmm,
somehow, because it was like really at the end, I was getting really nervous. Like
there is a video of me no
you're fine. You're fine. Because you made
I've
a
been
silly no swear rule because I just don't curse. And she's like,
I've
I
been
can't do that.
so good about not okay, I need everyone to know
Listen,
a I curse like a sailor. I grew up watching hockey. My mom's from Brooklyn. It just
it's in
cursing
your
is like
blood.
in my blood. Yeah.
Yeah, there
So
you
the
go.
fact that I have made it like 2.5 episodes without cursing once
You
is
did pretty good.
shocking.
Yeah, that's okay. We get the
Because
point. It was important here.
when we talk off pod and I am like just talking about hockey, there are so many F words that get thrown around.
As there should be. This
Because
sport is
we're watching
infuriating
hockey.
sometimes.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyways, what was I saying?
The video of you when the
Oh,
Rangers were playing the Canes last year.
there's a video of me from the Chris Kreider hat trick game
Oh yeah.
where it's like a 5 or 10 minute video. It's like really long of me just pacing in my room,
See, that's so valid.
losing it. Because it was the game where like,
It's game 6, I think, right? Like they had
yeah.
a chance to win in game 5. They didn't. And then yeah, I was at
Yeah,
a
it
viewing
was
party at the Garden for that, and it was insane. I
I
my heart rate
wanted
on
to
my watch was like too high for a normal person. It was very, very bad. Mine was up to like 150 that night. It was really bad.
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's fine. It's okay. This is what happens when you
Yeah.
watch hockey.
Um
But yeah, I don't think it's out of the question the Devils win. I know it's still early, quote unquote,
but like
but if they keep it up, so if we go off the assumption the Devils make it to the playoffs, obviously, and win the cup, we don't know what happens in the playoffs and the rest of the season, but who would your like way too early prediction for who wins a Conn Smythe be for them, if it's possible to even pick one out? But I'm
well,
curious.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Obviously Smythe doesn't have to go to
the
the team who
winner,
wins.
no,
Yeah, okay.
because Connor McDavid got it
Yeah.
last year and he lost.
Yes.
It's just like the MVP of the Stanley Cup final or playoffs, sorry.
Because
So,
if it is Jets, Devils,
oh God,
regardless of who
I forgot
wins,
about, yeah. You think Hellebuck?
I can see Hellebuck winning it either way.
Yeah, that's valid. I don't know if we've ever had, I don't think there's ever been two, like, say the Jets lose. I don't think there's ever been two back-to-back loser Conn Smythes ever. Because it's
I
rare
don't
you,
know.
you lose it, you win it on a losing team. But
But McDavid deserved it last year.
yeah,
Um, I don't see giving it to anyone else who was in those playoffs last year.
no.
So here's the thing with the Devils. Right now, if we're looking at, because I have this pulled up because I wanted to talk about them today. Jesper Bratt leads the team with 41 points, and then Hughes at 39, Jack Hughes at 39, obviously.
I
And
gotta,
then,
I forgot we gotta differentiate.
yeah, and then Nico is at 28. Yeah, I was like, Luke is at 11th with 10
Yeah.
points.
Lucas,
Also,
listen, he scored a goal,
as a defenseman, only having a +1 rating is rough.
but I'm pretty sure he had a crazy minus last year. So
I can look. Hold on.
I'll give it to. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I have it already.
Oh, did you get it?
Luke Hughes
I
had
feel
a
like
-25 last year.
okay. See, so a +1 is way better. Let him
Did
have that. We'll
hold
give
on,
him the
did
plus
any of
one.
the team have a positive? Oh, Lazar had a +10. McLeod had a +6. Kearney had
It
a
also depends on how many games they all
+3.
played. Yeah, like those aren't. I don't know if any of them played full.
I
So,
don't think so.
but Luke Hughes
Ugh.
going from from a -25, -25 to a +1.
Sorry, I was just
You can
reminded
have
of a
it.
player that I hate, who doesn't exist in the league anymore. But
Oh, all good.
um, you can probably deduct,
Yes.
like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
The wavelengths.
so like, here's the thing. I don't think it would be either of their goalies.
No.
They'd have to put on a show for it to be either of their goalies.
Yeah. And I also think I feel like for them it'd be your top. I don't know if it'd be the top point scorer or top goal scorer, but I feel like that would be who they, depending on how it goes, that's how they feel like they would give it to for the Devils because they have more offense than
Yeah.
defense and goaltending on
Well, that's
the
if you
good
had like
side
a
of things.
really also, we don't know who gets traded at the
No,
deadline.
you
And
have no
like
idea who comes in. That's what I mean. So it's like you can't really like predict it, but I'm also at the same time like some people would be like an obvious pick would be blah blah blah, and I feel like you can't really
if we have this exact team and this
roster.
exact roster, yeah, wins the Stanley Cup this year.
That's so wild.
Oh God, that's a hard thing
The
to
pain.
say.
I know.
Um, oh God.
That would make my life like so miserable.
Yeah,
I would never hear the end of that.
no.
And like never. It's fine. Not
I don't
really,
think
but
any Rangers fan would because coming off of
no.
such a great season and then having such like a train wreck of a
Also,
season.
yeah, that would mean that the Devils, if they win this year, they've won four before the Rangers won the last time they won. So like zero Stanley Cups for the Rangers since the last time they won. Four. That's what
Well,
happened to the Devils in that time.
that's how my brothers, so like whenever we quick tangent about the Bills.
Oh, about the okay, go ahead.
Whenever I bring up the Buffalo Bills to my brothers because they're Jets fans and I'm also a Jets fan, I just recently have been indoctrinated into Bills
You've been
Mafia.
endeared. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Um they're like, "You don't have any Super Bowls." And I was like, "You've missed the playoffs the last 14 years."
Yeah.
I was like
I don't
I
know which is
understand like
worse.
but I understand like team history matters obviously, but when we're talking about like current era of
Yeah.
sports. And that's like when my dad brings up like the Islanders 4 cups in a row, and I'm like, that's great.
But you haven't done anything since then.
And then he's like, well, you guys haven't done anything since '94, and I'm like, I'm aware, but I don't go around saying that the Rangers have 4 cups and
No.
being like, oh my God, we have 4 cups, we're the best. I'm like, look at our stats this season, and that's how like
Yeah.
I'm like when you're
I also think
comparing
it's just like
teams,
embarrassing to do that too
yes,
when you're just like unless you've won it like I do it all the time with my brother, like he is a Lightning fan, so when Tampa won back to back, he was like, "Oh my god, blah blah whatever," and I was like, "Okay, cool." But the like bone I always pick with him is that they have only won one cup in a regular season. Those two
yeah,
back to backs are both in shortened ones, so he's always like, but your team, blah, blah," and I'm like, "But you have won two, and they weren't even in like
yeah, it's
real regular
different.
season, so how can that count? Whatever." So there's so many like stipulations and things to be like when you put them against each other that don't really I don't say don't matter, but don't really carry an argument that way.
But
So
I feel
valid.
like when you're talking about a team and like you're having a conversation about it of like we're looking at playoffs this year or we're looking at X, Y, and Z, like
Yeah, you're going off this year
you need to
or
go
this
off like the
season.
past 5 seasons, maybe
Yeah.
max.
Yeah, you
Um,
can't take into all of team history because it doesn't
no,
really
because none
it's
of
not
the
recent.
players are on the
No.
team anymore.
Yeah.
So like when you look at the Devils and Rangers this year, looking at the Devils roster, it was like they have a chance. And looking at the
Yeah.
Rangers roster, you're like, they didn't change much. They should have a chance, and it's not going that way, but it's fine.
No.
Anyways, back to the original point. I think it goes to Jack or Nico, and it depends on how that all shakes out.
That's
Um,
who I was pretty much gonna say. Again,
I
depending
do
like what you
think
do in the playoffs, but
Jack has 5 game winners, Nico has 2. Um, oh wow, they don't have a lot of penalty minutes this year. Good job,
mm-mm.
guys.
They're putting they want to win the Lady Bang.
Yeah,
Except for
Nico,
me this time.
yeah. Nico has more power play goals, more goals in general, and has a higher plus minus rating, but Jack has more points because he has 26 assists right now. Um, that's funny. Jack has 13 goals and 26 assists. And they have the same number of games played. They've both played in all of the games this season so far. So,
Also, all this depends on we talked about trades, but like you also have to stay healthy. Not only
yes.
like I guess you could miss the rest of the season, whatever, but like you have to be healthy in the playoffs to play in the playoffs the whole time.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of things that go into it, but when I look like if I had to look at that roster and pick out who I feel like would do really well in the playoffs and who would win the Conn Smythe, those the two of them would be like the easiest. I don't want to say to pick out and be like, yeah, they would obviously be in the running for it, depending on what they do, but based off of like this season and just them in general, I
I
agree.
so Nico's 6, I thought Nico was taller than that. Nico's 6'1" and
No, he's listed as 6'1".
175,
Yeah.
and Jack is 5. That man is not 5'11". He's
No, but
5'11" and 175.
I know.
Anyways, that's
No.
not true. Okay. Um, I think I think Jack has a lot more confidence this season, like coming off of the shoulder surgery. He looks a lot better this season.
Yeah.
I think he's still a little bit scared when he gets like behind the net and in the
Mm,
corners. Nico's been doing a better job at like puck battles and getting in defensively. And I think that's what like if we're looking at those two players, I think that's what the Conn Smythe comes down to.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
because I think having a more like well-rounded approach is gonna matter more than point scoring, especially when
Yeah.
like everyone on your team can score.
Yeah, I
Except for the
agree.
fact that if you're going against Connor Hellebuck, I guess that scoring is like really important.
Hmm?
But like
Kind of.
I think overall, because they don't have Hellebuck, they have two good but rather average goalies.
Yeah.
They're not standouts, and so you need to have a better defensive
Core.
team, and they don't have
Yeah,
a
that
good
too.
defensive core. So you need your offense to also play defense.
Yeah.
And I think Nico Hischier being able to be a bit more aggressive with the
Two-way.
defensive side of the game
Yeah.
is is probably a better case for him to win the Smythe.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
agree.
2 cents.
We'll see. We'll have to come again. We'll have to come back to this in like 6 months and then be like, wow, we really said that. Also, like this could literally just go down the drain and be like, we thought the Devils were gonna win the cup, but it's still very possible. As of today, as of right now,
I
it
want to look at
seems
it again. Hold on. So
most realistic.
as of
Oh, the
today,
playoffs again?
yeah, not the whole thing. I just want to look at if the Devils were to go.
Metro.
Yeah.
That's just so crazy to me. Like I'm like, yes,
Oh,
that's gonna happen.
I don't know. Right now the Devils play the Canes in the first round.
Yeah.
I feel like playing the Canes is a death sentence.
I feel like in the playoffs, maybe, but also the Canes' problem is that they make it to the playoffs every year and they always lose.
They do.
Like they've never made an East, they haven't made a conference final. And anytime that they've, no, wait,
Yes, they have.
yeah, just kidding. They made it against, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, but I'm saying, okay, so, but they still
I'm like
lost the conference
recently.
final. Yeah, I'm thinking every time they always lose. Most of the time, it's like second round exit. So
Yes.
I apologize to the Canes fans that I forgot the one time you made it to the Eastern Conference Final in the last couple of years. Um,
But it's
it seems scary, I think, going in, but I think now that we know, like, I think teams know you can beat them. It's just not going to be easy. If that makes any sense.
I'm like I'm trying to All right. They're close right now.
Yeah, I know.
The Devils have more points, but as far as save percentage goes, it's 652 and 650. 19 regulation wins to 17,
It's
20 to
close.
19.
It's very tight.
It's like 110 goals for, 108 goals for, 86, 87 for goals against, and then a plus 24, plus 21.
That's crazy.
And the Devils are on a 2 game win streak, and
Yeah.
Canes are on a one. Also, the last 10 was 6-3 and 1 for the Devils and 5-5 and 0 for the Canes. So
Yeah,
like
Kane just like went through a little bit of a
slump.
losing skid. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't
That would
know.
actually probably be a really fun series to watch though because of how fast the Canes are and like their style of
Yeah.
play.
I also think think I want to say Jack said it when they played the Rangers 2 seasons ago.
Hmm.
I think it was him. If it wasn't, then don't quote me on this, but I swear I watched an interview or something where he was like, he said the team was so focused on beating the Rangers in round one that by the time they got to round two for the Canes, they had like no idea what to do because they were like, yeah, we're ready. Like, we're going to beat the Rangers and that was it. And they did.
Yeah.
They got to round two and they're like, oh my God, wait, what happened? And they ended up losing. If I think, even if they were, say they were to, oh my goodness, sorry. I'm like speaking too fast. If they were to
Okay.
play the Rangers, I think they'd be a little more prepared
Hmm.
to not only play the Rangers if that were to happen, but play their first round opponent. And if that ends up being the Canes, I think they'd be better off because they can at least prepare and not think about a rivalry, I guess, or just like what it takes to beat that team. So I don't know. It would be very good. I feel like I'd be more upset that it's a first round series instead of a second round series because I feel like it'd be more exciting as second round.
But
But if
that's
it
what
ends
I
up
was
being a first round, it's
saying.
still good to watch.
That's what I had said last season about like the Canes and Rangers series. Like that looked
Yeah.
like a Stanley Cup final the way that those
Mm-hmm.
teams were playing. Also, right now the Capitals would be playing the Senators, by the way, if you're
Please.
wondering.
I honestly, I feel like just for the fun of it, I would pay. Like it'd be so funny.
But then so like
Like
if the Capitals beat the Senators and the Devils beat the Canes, then we get
it's Caps then.
Cap.
Sorry, Caps Devils, yeah. Which
Yeah,
that I feel like I don't know. It'll be interesting.
yeah.
That that's a, I don't know.
But that again, like, does it come down to goaltending because the Capitals have 115 for, Devils have 110 for, so not that big of a
No,
difference.
I think they're also like they have the same good but average goaltending.
But then when you look at goals against, it's 77 for the Capitals and 86 for the Devils. So that's a bigger difference.
So
I'm
yeah,
I'm gonna pull up the Capitals goalies now.
it's Logan Thompson and
I'm
Charlie
pulling up
Lindgren.
their stats.
I know their
I
stats,
know who
but
they are.
although ironically, I think same thing happened there. Like they thought they had a starter and now they split, which is crazy. Oh God.
Logan Thompson
He's so good. I know.
has a 91.3 save percentage.
Yeah.
And Lindgren has a 903. That's not bad.
No. That's what I mean. Good but above average. Slightly above average. That's all you need. And like again, we thought the Caps were not going to do well because like they're old and they didn't have a lot of players, but in the offseason, all they did was bring in players that like filled those holes and they're doing so well that like now it's like, oh my God, they're top of the metro. Like we thought they were going to be like the Pens, like not even in the conversation.
Like, I don't think the Devils, okay, I think the Capitals winning the cup is a hot take because I feel like they're on
That's
a
really a
heater
hot
right
take.
now.
I don't
I
know if
just,
I would like that as much. I feel like I could. Mm,
I feel like I would love to hate the Devils winning a cup
yeah, but I feel like at the same time I'd be like so happy that they did it. You know what I mean? The Caps,
because
I'd be like,
I love some of the
no.
players on that team. So, like, I'd be
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
seeing Nico get to lift the cup would
I
make
was
me
just gonna
cry.
say, I feel like I always go through this time when they name captains on teams, and I'm like, you have to picture that guy is the one who's gonna lift the cup first. Like,
Yeah.
and to me in my head, like Nico, like just having this again, picturing that is like I think it'd be worth anything else I get in the rest of my life just to see that happen. You know what I mean?
Also,
And then
like
like,
Jack and Luke being able to lift it together would be really
yeah,
okay.
stop,
Question.
stop. Yes.
Let's say in a really backwards world that the Rangers somehow pull it off and win the cup this year.
Oh my God.
Who gets to lift it first?
This is, I had this conversation with somebody not too long ago because there was a team. Oh, when Tampa, I think, when they traded or let Stamkos go, I was like, if you don't have a captain and you win the cup, I want to say it's like your longest tenured or whatever assistant or alternate captain that they discuss. I want to say usually it goes to the longest tenured player.
Okay. Because I'm like, the Rangers have like 4 or 5
They have a lot.
A's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they discuss it. I feel like they would discuss it anyway, but I want to say and I also feel like it would just make most sense for the longest tenured player to do it. And I don't think though that any team in the recent like over a decade has won the cup without a captain. So I
I
don't
just
know if it's ever
like,
happened, but I feel like in my head I would be like I want to say it would be the longest
yeah.
tenured player.
Do you want to
But
see my
and if you
new
do
phone
alternate, then you have to
background?
fight.
It's so
Yeah,
cute. It's
let me see it.
Snoopy in a snow globe.
I love Snoopy. Oh my
Isn't he so
God.
cute?
I love that.
I
It's
thought
so
you
cute
would.
actually. I love
The
Snoopy.
the one that I sent you last night was really cute. It's like all F1 helmets.
The as the
But it's like
ornaments or
Christmas
whatever, they're
ornaments. It's
decorated.
so cute.
Whoever made that,
I found it on
we
Pinterest. I
love
was like,
that.
I'm like,
It's
Brie would
amazing.
love this. Send.
I did love it. It's so cute. That'd be really cute, like wrapping paper,
Oh, it would. I
right?
need more like sporty Christmas wrapping paper that's like actually like cute and aesthetic and
They
isn't just
should,
like go
yeah.
sports.
Or like yeah, you're right. They gotta be like the cute. It's gotta be like cute sports wrapping paper.
Yeah. I know it's not Christmas yet, but like if you could get a hockey related Christmas item that isn't like a physical item, like what would you want for Christmas this
Ooh,
year?
a non
And it can't be the Rangers turning their season around.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say that either. I'm trying to think of like
You weren't gonna say that. That's horrible.
no,
You're a bad
because
Rangers
I
fan.
feel like no, I feel like I don't want to jinx it.
Okay.
Like if they turn it around, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like I don't, not that I believe in that stuff, but I also am like, I'm not gonna say that, and just in
Okay.
case. But I do believe, hopefully. I'm trying to think of what I'd ask for, like if it was a non-physical. Um, I don't know if it's like a guarantee. Actually, let me check right now because I don't know if I'm gonna say this and they're not even in a playoff spot. Um, please hold. Oh, they are currently in a playoff spot. Um, but I'm gonna go with the Avs making the playoffs. Um,
Okay.
I don't know if that they're currently in first wild card, a point ahead of the Canucks. So like it doesn't, and the Canucks have games in hand. Love that. Um, I know it seems like it doesn't seem like a far off thing, but I like when all my teams make it to the playoffs, so I get to watch all of them, and it's like a little chaotic.
See,
So
it's funny because I kind of hate
we'll
that
see.
sometimes.
Well, it sucks when like they lose, and then you have to feel like like you get the losing feeling multiple times. But like I think it's fun that I get to be like, yeah, there they go. You know what I mean? So I think I'd go with that. I
I gotta,
think.
it's really annoying to look at the Rangers and be like, yes, like, I don't know, like only the Flyers have more games than them as
I
far
know.
as the wild card goes. And like the Devils, obviously, but
Also,
oh,
can we talk about
they're 12
they're
points
fifth in
behind
the
the
Metro?
Devils.
Yeah, they're fifth in the Metro, but they're tied in points with Pittsburgh and the Islanders at 31. And yeah, I mean like Pittsburgh and the Isles have played 32 games, so they're not behind, but that is not good. It's not
Ew.
good. I know. It's not good. Anyway,
Ew.
do you have one?
I do, except I want to double check the thing because I want to make sure I'm not accidentally injuring someone that I
Oh
like really
no,
need.
that's even worse. Valid.
Hold on.
The anticipation is killing me.
Oh, I don't want the projected roster. I want the actual roster. I get the weirdest notifications sometimes. I like don't understand why certain apps can send notifications.
You can turn them off
No, I
or
know.
turn them
But
on.
like I thought I
Oh.
did. Okay.
Oh, and it still sends you them?
Yes. Um, okay. Anyways, without anyone getting injured, I would just like someone to like drop out of the Four Nations face-off so that all three Hughes brothers
So,
can play in the Four Nations face-off on the same team.
ooh. Okay.
That would be my, I think that would be cute.
I
Just
can get
because I
behind
don't
that.
know, I like don't know what
That's
else
so
to
funny.
like
I
think
was
of.
joking the other night at work about I was talking to somebody and I was like, "Isn't it really cool? Like Jack and Luke are getting to play on the same team, and like Matthew and Brady, whatever." And then we were talking about the Olympics, and I was like, "There's no way that all three of them, all three of the Hughes brothers, don't make the team." And I was like, "But now I feel like because Luke doesn't get to, well, he won't be going to Four Nations as of right now. I was
Hmm.
like, I guarantee you he's probably like, yeah, I get a vacation and my brothers still have to go to work and like I get a week off and whatever.
Yeah,
And I was like, he probably is like loving that, but it's so funny. But it would be very cool, even like this early on, to see him on the same team, even if it's for like a game. I'll take it.
yeah. I don't know. They still have like long,
Yeah,
like
just send
the
him as a
next
reserve and then put him
Olympics,
in
because like
2026.
2028, no, next
No,
Olympics.
oh, after that it's 2030.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
well,
forgot
2028 is summer.
summer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 2030,
Oh my God, I hate thinking about how old I'll be when that happens. I hate that. That's
Jack,
actually terrible.
because it happens before Jack's birthday, so Jack would be 28,
Yeah, Quinn would be
like 30.
30.
Yes, like they're
Yeah,
not
because I would be turning
old
30.
yet.
No, but that's so insane. No, and Luke would be what? If I'm 30, my
I don't
brother's
know
like four
how.
years younger than me, so he'd be 40. No, sorry. Why am I 40? What? What am I doing?
20.
26, 27,
Yeah.
right? Around there? That's
So
crazy.
like
That's but yeah, but
could
that,
happen that year too,
no,
if it doesn't
absolutely.
happen 2026.
I think we'll just get it every single year. Can they just make it happen every
It'd be
year?
great, yeah.
Just do it.
Oh, I'm like, how old is Crosby? And he's still gonna go to the Olympics in
Yeah,
2026. He'll be fine.
exactly. You have so much time.
Yeah. And that's like as long as you stay healthy, you can have a long tenure in
Absolutely.
hockey. It depends.
No, and then yeah, it depends on also like yeah, how many injuries you've gone through and how I imagine how good you feel playing because like I imagine at some point there's a part where you're just like, okay,
I'm
it's
done.
enough. Yeah, but
I think also like having kids
that
changes.
too, the family part, yeah, and like
Yeah.
having to travel and be away and all that. Yeah,
So I don't know. The Devils winning doesn't seem that crazy.
not at all. Which is so wild to say, but it's doable, I think.
I want to know what would happen if in some universe we get a Canucks Devils
Could
Stanley
you
Cup because
imagine?
like
No,
who,
that's so no, but then somebody's sad, and I
but
don't
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
No,
Who
no, no, no.
who do the parents root for?
Don't wish that into existence. That also no.
I don't like it either. I'm just saying.
I mean, like, I think it'd be cool to be like, hey, you're all in the Stanley Cup final, but the fact somebody has to go home sad
Well, because it would be, I
is
think it would
not
also
fun.
be, do you remember
No.
the videos from this Stanley Cup where
Yeah.
Matthew kept trying to like shove the cup in Brady's face to be like, touch it, touch it,
And he
touch it,
wouldn't
touch
do it.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
I can almost
That too.
guarantee that Jack would do that to Quinn.
Yeah. I guarantee. Yeah.
He'd be
No.
like, touch it, touch it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you
gonna,
can't do that.
or he would like
Can't
in
do
his
that.
sleep have like a video of it like going on
Please.
top of him or something
Literally.
and being
That's
like,
so
you touched the cup, you
that's
better
exactly what
go
would
in.
happen. I can see it. Yeah, I don't that'd be like cool, but at the same time, like I have too many emotions to deal with that. Like I don't like when people are sad and I don't
No.
like seeing them. Like that would be terrible.
Also
Sorry.
because like
No.
I I'm just a girl and whenever we see the videos of like the losing team for like the Super
I
Bowl, the Stanley
hate
Cup,
that.
I cry.
I always make a joke that like I'm too empathetic to be a sports fan because like
Yes.
when something bad happens to an athlete or a team, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so upsetting. That's so sad." Everybody's like, "No, no." And I'm like, no, that is so upsetting. Like I'm gonna cry over that. Leave
But
me
that's like
alone.
the Kelsey brothers Super Bowl. Like I was so sad for Jason.
Yeah,
And
that's like
then in the documentary when his daughter's like, "You didn't win."
yeah, no, I can't. See, like how can you not be upset? Like how can you not
No,
feel
so
upset?
sad. But so I'm like, if they like okay, how are we running out of time?
Because we sat here and talked forever. We can wrap it
So
up.
I don't know what would be worse because Quinn watching his two younger brothers win the cup, I feel like would be such a bittersweet moment for him, but I feel like he'd be so like I
Oh,
feel like
so
he'd be more
terrible.
of like proud brother than like distraught player.
Maybe, but I don't know.
I can't I can't tell if it'd be worse to have two sad Hughes brothers, but like watch like let like Quinn win. Because Quinn gets that cup first too, and I feel like that's a
Yeah.
moment for the family that you can never like.
Yeah, there's no it's like an irreplaceable kind of moment.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know.
okay with like either of them like go and win it on your own, but like not against each other. That's you can't let that happen. I mean, I'm sure the league would be like, "Yes, we love this, but I am not a fan of that. I'm sorry."
That would actually probably be what that would probably be one of the
The
most
most
viewed.
watched. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guarantee it. But I I'm too emotional for that. Sorry.
no, can't do
I don't
it.
like seeing them sad. I want them all to
No.
win.
Yeah. It's
But
I think it's funny because we came into this episode with a plan and we didn't talk about it at all.
we just
So,
yapped. We got our point across.
well, the plan was to talk about something completely different, like what you texted me earlier. So we'll do a
Oh.
different episode. Um, I don't know. Sorry if this was an absolute mess.
You just know our thoughts on our potential Stanley Cup and a Stanley Cup we don't want. Or a
Yeah,
final we
and
don't
also
want.
how abysmal the goaltending has been
Goaltending,
this
yeah,
season.
that's another topic we'll get to another time, but
Yeah, it was definitely a mess of an episode, but I think it was
it's
fun.
okay. It like also encapsulates everything that I feel like this week was in hockey in general, so
A bit chaotic, yeah.
we'll take it. Yeah. So,
Because we didn't even talk about the Georgiev Blackwood trade.
no, literally last week we were like it's going to be so normal and calm. We recorded and then
But
like the
like it
day the episode came out, this trade happened and I was like, "Oh, it's not
but
normal.
it
We
was
jinxed it."
normal because like there wasn't a roster announcement, there wasn't like a new team announced. Like
No, yeah, but like we were like no trades, and then that happened. But it also was like
that's
early in the
never
week,
not
so it
gonna
wasn't
happen.
only true. But there's
Also,
actually a couple because then there was the one
yeah.
with Cam Fowler too, so it's
Yeah, the
okay.
Ducks made
It's
another
only
move.
two. Yeah, but
What are you currently reading anything?
I am. I actually, it's like a Christmas romance book. It's actually like it's not cheesy, but
They're all
it's
cheesy.
yeah, it is. It's like very much like up the like you want to feel good in the holiday spirit. I found it on Instagram, so I don't know if it's so far it's good to me. It's called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn.
Oh, I
And
know someone who's doing a book club for that. I've seen
really,
it like
it's
everywhere.
I got it on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah, so that's what I did. I saw it everywhere and I was like, I want a Christmas book to read. And that's the one I read. It's very long. Like it's like 400 something pages. But
Okay.
it makes me feel like Christmassy and happy and like a
Good.
cheesy Christmas movie. So I'm loving it. It is
I
long, but
just
it's good.
I just finished a Christmas one. I
Did you?
finally listened to Love Light Farms.
Oh my God, that one's been on my TBR. How was it?
Um, it was the most abysmal third act breakup
No,
ever.
I hate, I let it be known, I hate third act breakups.
Hate them.
Hate them. Like if, especially if I don't see it coming, but like they serve no point to me. We don't need those.
Yeah, this one really didn't serve a point.
So that's what I mean.
Um,
Like that, it could have been a perfect book.
I mean, it
And
was
then you
really
put that in
cute.
there.
It was really cute aside from that.
Dang. See,
It's
but then
also
that happens and you're like,
it was a single narrator. I need to stop listening to audiobooks that are romance because I hate all of
yeah.
them. Then that's just my fault. But
No, but it's kind of true.
I was driving to work and I was bored, and so I
That's what I do.
put it on, and then I was like, you shouldn't be listening to a book. It's a bad idea.
Well.
I just don't like audio, like I don't like romance audiobooks, but yet I keep listening to them.
I feel that because I also say the same thing, and then I literally listen to like strictly romance books
Yeah.
as audiobooks, but it's fine, I guess. There are
But
some good ones out there. You just have to kind of like find them. But
I have I have another holiday one. It's up on this shelf
that you're reading or going to
that
read?
I'm gonna start reading today, I think.
What is it?
I don't know what it's called, but it's one of
Oh,
the it's one of the Christmas ones that I picked up last year and then didn't read. So
valid.
we'll
We
see.
love it. I love the Christmas books. I also like I never read them during the year because I feel it like feels wrong.
Because they're Christmas books.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the same like excitement as
No.
when you read it during Christmas. So I do the same thing. I think I got one for Christmas a couple years ago and I didn't read it. And then I literally saved it until the next year to read it on Christmas or
Yeah,
around Christmas. So I totally get that. But yeah.
I have the same thing. Um, we're really excited for Wednesday because it's the New York Sirens
Yes.
home opener.
We are pumped. Very excited.
Yeah. Which
I
this episode should be going up before our giveaway closes. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, go do that.
go
It's
do
on
it.
our Instagram and TikTok, at Read BTWN Hockey
Yeah,
Pod.
I forgot the end because you know what's a
Okay.
funny story is I was reading your text, and in the first part of your text there was no N, and then I read it and I was like, "Isn't the username? Isn't it BTWN?" But I filmed it already, and I was like, "No, I'm not going back. It's
That's
too
fine.
late. You can
It's
read
okay.
it." But
But
yes,
so yeah, that go into the giveaway. We're giving away 2 tickets to the Sirens home opener. It's open for like a few more hours probably once this goes up, depending on how fast I can get this up. Because we are in fact recording on the same day that we're posting, which is a
yes,
mess for me, but it's fine. I will teach Bree how to edit the podcast one of these
yeah,
days. It's okay.
it's in my future. We'll
Yeah.
learn.
But I'm excited because it's my first time doing media coverage for a hockey or for any
Have you
professional
ever
sports
been
game ever.
to a Sirens game? Oh, yes, you did, because you said you went to a couple last year, right? Or last
Yeah,
season?
I didn't go to any at the Prudential Center because I was busy those days, but I
But you've
did
been to like
go.
you've seen them play in
Yeah.
person. Okay, I guess I thought.
Yeah, no,
That's even more exciting.
I feel like they played Montreal both times though.
They played Montreal a lot of times at home last year. Did you go to the one where Poulin got a hat trick? That was like their first ever. Was that their first ever game? Yeah, their first ever home game.
I didn't go to that one, no.
Okay, so it was the next one. But
But
yeah,
I'm excited. It's my first media coverage for a sports event
yay!
ever, so like I'm just happy on like a personal level for me. But yeah,
As you should be. I'm still like not used to it either. I'm just like I know I've done it and I get to go, but I'm like, oh my God, this is real. Like this is a real thing. But I cannot wait. Both
it's
to
so
see them back on
surreal.
the ice and like yeah, be able to cover it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just no words. Very excited.
Yeah,
If you see
well,
us at Prudential on Wednesday, say
come
hi.
say hi. Yeah, we'll probably chat about it next week a little bit, but I'm excited to
Yeah,
see you
debrief.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see everyone here next week. Also,
Yes.
if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, I'm sure that you're aware, but if you're listening on Spotify and are not normally a Spotify user, we are available on Apple Podcasts now, and I'm still working on the YouTube thing.
We're getting there. Don't worry.
It takes a long time for YouTube to like approve posting
Really?
videos longer than like 15 minutes.
Huh. I didn't
So
even
it,
know that was a thing.
yeah, so I had to like get approval for that, and then I am trying to now edit the videos. So
Okay.
we're working on it. It's
We'll
great.
get there.
We'll get there.
But
But yeah, go follow us on whatever platform you're listening on. Go follow us on social media. Go enter our giveaway, and we'll see you guys next week.
yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.